wow, we're live again. It's been a while since I've been here. Uh, Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Wow, it's been a while since I got to say that. I am with my two favorite people of all time, my boy CareFreeRree and Soavecito over here. I know I've been on a mean hiatus for no reason, literally no reason. I'm lying. I say I didn't have a computer, so there's nothing I could do about that. But anybody who sticks around, comes around, I definitely appreciate you. Whoever watches this on YouTube or any other platform, I definitely appreciate y'all. Um, so today we have three topics we want to talk about. I don't know whose topic we want to go with first. Anybody wants to volunteer?
It
Any
don't
I'm
matter
topic?
to
always
me.
trying to go first.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Damn, he's trying to say like we weren't gonna say anything, and then we both said something. I
Yo,
thought that's
it was
I
taking
was
too
about to
long,
say,
man.
let's not
You
everybody
guys
speak
got
at
for
the
minute,
same
yo.
time.
Listen, I was ready at that point.
All right, so
So
let's go. Go ahead.
I've just been like, my thing was, I've been noticing lately,
God damn.
and this is some crazy shit. I've never seen anybody go so hard with getting people vaccinated to the point where we're giving away free shit. Like everywhere. Every time I open an internet browser, hey, come get your COVID vaccine. I'll give you a blunt. Come get your
Yo,
COVID vaccination. I'll give you a gun. It's like, yo, motherfucker, what?
yeah, I can't
God
lie.
damn.
I can't lie. I've been seeing quite a few of those. I don't remember specifically what they were giving away. Say, but it has been happening a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Um, what the fuck was it? I can't remember. Hey, thank you for the host, my boy. Um, damn, what the hell was it that they were giving away? All I know is that every single commercial that I see now automatically has to do with any feel good commercial has to do with the vaccine. I say like the two little kids that are running up to each other, and one of them is yelling William, and then they go and hug and everything, and then that's a vaccine thing. I say you got the one with grandma trying to go out live her life and on a phone call. That's another vaccine one. I was they're pushing it hard. I mean, I understand the count. I definitely understand it. I think there's a lot of people still skeptical because of there hasn't been a lot of research. Well, not a lot of research per se. It just hasn't been a lot of time that it's been out for people to be like, oh, all right, cool. I can accept that. So it's gonna happen for a
Still,
while though.
man. Even with that, even with the research, let's just say like, yo, I don't see motherfuckers go this hard to get people the flu shot, and the flu shot kill a lot of motherfuckers a year, yo.
True.
Yeah,
I
I
I
probably
can
would have got a
understand that.
flu shot if they offered me a blunt. Like, hey, yo, come get your flu shot. We got this OG Kush, hybrid yellow. I'll be like, oh shit, all right, let me go get this flu shot.
I say you would
I don't
go. You
believe
would
in it, but
go. Hold on. So you would go get other vaccines if they were offering blunts? That's what you're telling
nah.
me? Nah,
I'd
nah,
probably get
nigga.
maybe a flu. I might get a flu shot, but I ain't gonna be out here. Just look at that. Now let's see. You offer me like a car or some shit to get a vaccine, maybe. Maybe I might give me a COVID vaccine. You offer me a car, be like, oh, yo, here's a car. You get this car. I'm like, I do like cars.
I think that's
I
one
do
thing
like
that
cars, nigga.
not everybody realizes that almost everybody can be bought out in some type of way.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they can't, but if you put enough money that's like on the table or something like that in front of them, a lot of people are gonna bite, and that's just normal shit. It's not that there's anything specifically wrong with that, but it's it's pretty normal. I
Yeah,
say
my
it's pretty
problem is though,
normal for
niggas is
people.
biting off of low prices though.
Mm.
They not even. It's not even yo. Let me give you the dub, niggas. Let me give you a blunt.
bro. I didn't even get shit for
let me
mine.
give you the. I'm put the nick. I'm put
I
this
would
nick
say
in this blunt for you.
I would say that's because you went early. Hey,
Bro, I don't give.
Libby.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't need shit. I don't care about like. I did it for my own personal reasons. Like I understand why they're doing that to get everybody more vaccinated and yada yada. But it's crazy how when it comes down to it, like now look at everybody. Look at Disney World. There was a TikTok on Disney and people were like in the thousands of thousands of people waiting for Disney because Disney said you don't have to wear masks. A lot
Oh
of
yeah.
these venues are in these stadiums are basically saying that you don't have to wear masks, you don't have to have a negative COVID test, and you don't have to be vaccinated to come to the games. And I'm like, all right, so we're all done with COVID now. Nobody said we were out of the pandemic. Like we're still dealing with the shit. Like I understand they're pushing for it and they have to incentives. Like it's sad that they have to give people incentives to go get the shot. Like that shit
Go
sucks.
play.
You know.
No,
I
I
actually
can.
had a. I actually sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you good. I say I
But
completely agree with that.
I had an incident that happened this week regarding like well yeah regarding everything that's going on but more of like wearing masks. So I went to go get lunch and this guy and I was in a place that it's like high upper high class people and this guy was like why you still wearing your fucking mask? And I was like, whoa,
Relax.
I was like, wait a minute. Why? And look, I looked at other people that had their masks on too. It was like a store, like it had like 20 people in the store or
Right.
this place. And I looked around and I'm like, I'm not the only one that has a mask. And I saw a couple, but he targeted me and I was there. I was there for a minute. It's not like I just got there. And he was like, why you still wearing your fucking mask?" And I go, I was like, honestly, just I don't want to catch anybody. I don't want to breathe in anybody's bullshit. And he's like, "What the fuck you say to me?" I was like, "You heard me. Like, what you trying to do, bro? Like, it's just like it, it's just like this is the second altercation I've had about with me wearing a mask. Like, people feel so adamant they have to say something to me, and that it's sad because like it doesn't matter if you wear a mask because you're gonna get shit for it, or it doesn't matter if you don't wear a mask because you're gonna get shit for it.
Mm,
There's no right way. There's like it doesn't matter.
you're right.
It's like it's just like what are we supposed to do? I understand everybody's pushing for this vaccine, but if everybody like even if they get immunity, there's still people that are gonna wear masks. I tell people I wear masks because I honestly I don't want to breathe anybody's bullshit because it's true. I don't want to breathe anybody's else dirty air. Like, bro, I've been the healthiest I've ever been since COVID hit, and the flu is down. I haven't had pneumonia bronchitis, mono bronchitis. Like I've had none of that shit. Not been in the hospital. Haven't had an asthma attack. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna tell me that all I had to do is wear a mask all my life? Say less.
Hey, I guess it comes for a lot of different benefits for a lot of people that
Yeah.
this pandemic has brought up for a lot of people. Um, yeah,
Allergies.
I respect
Allergies.
it. Well, allergies I think is something that kind of changed. I don't think allergies were as severe this year for me as they were previous years. But I
Oh,
don't know
bro,
if
I
that
didn't
had to do
get.
with pollen or whatever. But nonetheless, I will agree that as bad as the pandemic was, it definitely was able to open up new light and new things for people to do. And it was able to give a lot of people insight and new things, or not per se new things, but the things that they need to do for, for them to do better. And
Mhm.
I, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the massive death that was coming around, or was it the fact that people got fed up at their jobs and started realizing their own worth and shit of that nature. But it seems like a
Mhm.
lot of people were able to pick themselves up over this year. And that's the one few things of the pandemic that I actually have to say did well, was a lot of people did find their passion and find themselves.
I got a question.
Yes,
What
sir.
ever happened to all the bodies that were in New York that were in the freezers?
Hold on. Is a
Yeah.
hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is a sandwich.
All right, y'all
A,
discuss that for 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something.
a hot dog, a sandwich?
A hot
Why?
dog is a sandwich.
Because you put
It's
because it
it's food between two pieces of bread.
and that's classified as a sandwich.
That's what a sandwich is.
So why the fuck isn't that called a
You
hot
could have wrote that in
sandwich?
the chat.
It's still a sandwich. People don't like to
Uh,
call it. They like to classify it as something different. But here's the thing, right? When I was in New York and shit like that, right?
Right.
A hero is a sandwich, my nigga. A
A what?
hero is a sandwich. A
Oh
hero
yeah, Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If
it's
we're
a
gonna,
sandwich, my G.
hold on.
That's
If we're gonna,
that's the same thing as a hot dog bun.
hold on. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you call a foot long?
A
I
foot
know I'm
long.
Okay, you know how other people call it? Like, do you call it? Okay, when you go to a deli and ask for like a foot long, do you call it a foot long? Do you call it a sub? Do you call it for a grinder?
When I
It
go
depends on
to a
what kind of
deli,
spot I go to.
hold on, because when I go to a deli, I don't automatically say the size, the length of the bread that I want when I go to a
All right,
deli. When I go to a deli,
so
I just be like, I want a wedge, or I want it on this, or I want it on that. When you go to fucking when you go to goddamn Subway, then yeah, you
Subway?
tell them you want a 12-inch. I've never heard anybody say I want a 12-inch or a
I mean,
6-inch
so-
anywhere else
all right.
but
Oh,
Subway.
wait. So okay, so what is your general term for those kinds of like I don't know because
Well,
some people call it
like a hoagie, a sub, like what?
sure because I actually found like me and my chat last a couple I think last week made a list of how many different ways people call this shit and it's sad because we can't come up with one. Because if you go to a different, if you we went to the West Coast and say you want a grinder, they're probably gonna look at us like we're fucking crazy.
You gonna ask for? Yo,
You
honestly,
do that
I
in
look
the
at you
New
crazy. If I heard you say a grinder, I look at you crazy too.
what the
Like
fuck
Well,
I
I'm,
call
I
it
I'm
a
just
so used
grinder.
to look. Unless I'm at Subway, Subway's the only place I'm gonna be like, yo, let me get a 6 to a 12-inch, right? If I'm
right.
in a bodega, it's let me get a fucking hero or
Bacon, egg,
actually
and
yeah, it's a
cheese. Son.
hero. That's all I ask for because it's the hero's like 8 inches.
So why? My question is why motherfuckers can't just come up with one name for a type of sandwich?
Cause it's literally like I don't want
Why
to say
they gotta come out with
territorial,
eight?
but it is literally where you're at.
That's just petty as shit. Okay, because like listen to
Okay.
the no. It's just fucking that shit is petty as fuck. All right, here's the names of the thing. There's subs, there's grinders, there's hoagies, there's
Right.
heroes, there's baguettes, there's footlongs, there's wedge, there's melts, there's po' boys. Why the fuck are we calling it 9 different names?
I
It's
don't know.
region based, bro. It's
I mean,
literally region based.
I don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
that's number
If
one. That is
listen,
number one.
this should be a general term for all of this.
Yeah, why are you so mad,
Nah.
Thanos? Yo, like, calm down, bro.
Nah,
No,
because I
I'm
had this
joking.
argue. I wanted to hear somebody else's perspective, but I just wanted to see why the fuck people have to have an entitlement to call a sandwich 8 different names. Like I don't understand. If you come to me and be like, "Yo, you want a hoagie?" I'm gonna smack the shit out you.
You know what
And
it is?
you ain't gonna
Let
call
me
you
say
ain't.
that.
I'm gonna
You know
think
what
of
the
you
problem is, bro?
insulting me.
Hold
I
on,
know
hold
what
on.
the problem is. Is
What?
because when you go to different places, right? I don't want to go to Subway and ask for a fucking hero, right? Let me get a hero, let me get a hoagie, right? You know why? Because a lot of times it don't match up. It's a lot different. When you go to, let me say it like this, right? When you hit the bodega, right? And you ask for a hero, right? That shit is normally packed, right? I go and ask for a little 6 inch from like Subway. That shit be measly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same thing. It ain't the same kind of sandwich. Yo, my deli guy, my sandwich be
Libby.
packed, nigga. I bite into that bitch, fucking meat start filling out the side. Pause. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want my shit to fucking spill out my fucking sandwich when I bite into that fluffy ass
It's not
bun.
Get
pause.
this
You know what I'm
man
saying?
all the meat.
Oh,
Get this
you
nigga
eat
all
it.
the meat.
Yo,
He
you
wants
eat it.
all the meat between the buns.
He said it with the fluffy ass buns.
He
didn't
said-
say
It is a
pause.
fluffy ass
Yo.
bun, you know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Why is
That's
this
the
such
difference,
why
bro.
Wait,
Like,
wait,
that
wait,
shit
wait, wait,
matters.
wait. Why did this turn so sexual? I say Libby said 6-inch is acceptable, 8 inch is perfect, and 12-inch won't fit. What is going on here? I thought we were talking about sub sandwiches. Like we need to.
We are. Bro, I'm just saying, like,
Taking that
there's
shit
no
all the way
fucking
back.
All
reason.
things that go between buns, right?
My thing is, I should be able to go to a store, any deli, or a place that serves food, and be
Mhm.
like, I want a grinder, and this should be one term. I want a sub, or I want a.
Wait,
I'm never gonna call a
wait,
hoagie.
I gotta be real with you.
wait,
I ain't never
wait.
heard a nigga call shit a grinder outside of
I'm
like
about
a
to say,
sandwich.
I
that has, like,
have
fucking-
only
I've
heard
only
of
heard-
meatball grinder. Meatball grinder. That's
Yeah,
the only
exactly.
time I've ever heard of grinder. I've never heard anybody go into a store and be
Bro,
like,
you
"Yo, let
ever
me
go
get an
to a fucking
Italian grinder."
not Costco's, fucking. There's like convenience store. I'm like, yo, let me get a fucking Italian combo grinder, bro. That's the shit that
Yo,
you
I ain't
say.
never heard that
You
shit,
must be
bro.
you must be throwing niggas off. They be
What
like,
the-
I,
what
You
the
gotta
fuck?
be.
they're like, okay, I get an Italian combo. I'm
So
guessing.
nigga.
He's
Y'all
like, I'm just
motherfuckers are
guessing.
crazy.
He's like, I'm
All right,
just guessing that the grinder
yeah, I'm
is the
just
bread
saying
I'm
part.
random
assuming this nigga
words.
wants a sandwich.
Yeah, it's not like I never ordered a sandwich before. Like I don't know.
I
Maybe I went
I
to some
never.
fucking fairy dust ass deli that serves fucking unicorn shit.
I say I'm not saying that you never ordered a sandwich. All I'm saying is that you might have fucked up the niggas that you was ordering the sandwich to,
Bro,
depending
they
on
had it
where
on.
you were.
No, I was ordering it from the menu. It said grinder on the bitch.
Hey, I don't know. Some people it's just
Yeah,
weird.
I
I don't know what to tell
about
you,
that,
bro.
bro.
Like I don't.
Oh,
Maybe, man, that might be an Italian thing.
Could
Maybe
be.
that's an Italian thing because I ain't
Could
never
be.
heard that shit, bro.
then I'm motherfucking Italian. I don't know what to tell you because I call those shits
This is a
grinders.
first for me.
I don't call it. Okay, so
Oh
can
my
we
God.
explain what the fuck? Why would people call it hoagies?
I don't know. I don't know where the word hoagie
Yeah.
ever came from. I just know that they call.
Let me
them
get a
hoagies. Like, you see what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna walk into Della, be like, yo, let me get a hoagie. Let me get
But
that.
what
Let me get that bacon sausage hoagie. Like the fuck?
I don't know.
I would not.
I've only
like, what
called
you call me?
homemade sandwiches hoagies. Honestly, like if I get the sub sandwich myself, I call it a hoagie. Then
What the?
that's the
I
only
still
time
don't.
I do.
But
Let
why?
me say this,
What
right?
the fuck?
Let
Why?
me tell you
Why
this.
hoagie?
You can't go into a bodega and ask for bacon, egg, and cheese on a hoagie. Niggas will look at you stupid.
So why do people call it hoagies then? Why is it what the fuck? Like
I don't
what
know
is
what
the
that
general
hoagie shit. I'm
term?
telling you. I'm telling you. I don't know what hoagie came from. It
Okay,
might be, the bread
okay.
might be called hoagie. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Can we just
But,
can we just
nah.
get a definitive answer? Is a hot dog a sandwich? I'll say we'll take a vote. Okay. Who says yes?
I mean,
I
yes,
consider a
I
hot dog a
guess.
sandwich.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say yes. All right.
Yeah.
A hot dog is a sandwich. Next question. Do you bring the
Facts.
banana to your mouth or do you bring your mouth to the banana?
I don't eat bananas, so I can't answer that question.
I chop those bitches out, so I eat it with cereal.
My nigga,
So
I say if I eat a banana, I gotta chop it. I gotta cut it. I gotta
Nigga, I
cut
cut
it,
that
bro.
shit up, bro.
Nigga,
I
what?
gotta cut it,
Y'all is
bro.
wilding. Y'all niggas is bugged out.
I
those in my
can't.
oatmeal. I put
When
that
I
in
when
my
I used to
fucking
eat bananas,
cereal.
I bite that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I know, cause everybody, obviously you gonna, but no, who the fuck is out here sucking on a banana, nigga? No shit, you bite it.
Yo,
But what I'm
these
saying
dudes
is
be
that
out
when
sucking
you,
on bananas, breaking them shits off in their throat, that shit
it's not-
crazy.
it's just,
Bro, we just said we weren't gonna sexualize this, and we talking about all right.
oh
Yo,
my
hey,
god,
shit facts.
bro.
Real quick, while my boy's laughing, I was dying because I definitely saw one of these videos again on Instagram, and every time I see it, bro, I'm like, damn, son, I hope that banana don't break off in her throat while she over here trying to
stop.
show off for the gram.
I don't listen. Sex
Gonna be
sells,
over here
bro.
need the Heimlich maneuver.
All right,
Bro, you
all right. Just a quick thing. If you're gonna do that, do not use a banana. Use like a cucumber or something. Like, at least that way, it's a lot harder to snap and you don't kill yourself. That's just
Yeah, facts.
there you go. They come in different sizes. Anyway,
As Libby said, 6, 8, and 12. Even
Hey,
numbers.
well, she said, well, she didn't fuck with the 12. She's not fucking with 12.
Facts.
She's not fucking with. Hey, thank you for the helpful. Thank you for the helpful award. I appreciate that. You know, we always have to give that good advice wherever we can. Make sure we save
What
everybody
advice have we
from
give?
dying. You do not suck on a
Use
banana.
a cucumber, not
Use
a
a
fucking banana.
cucumber.
I'm still stuck on the sandwiches.
What? Nigga, what?
This man is still mad about all
I'm
these
still
different words
tight.
for
I'm still
sandwiches.
tight about these fucking sandwiches, homie. I don't give a fuck what else we talk about. Like I want to talk about these goddamn sandwiches. I don't give a fuck. We do 2 hours of sandwiches. I'm down to talk about this because this is this is world class news. This is shit that people should figure out.
Okay,
We need
okay.
to get the nations of every part of the country and get them together and be like, all right.
All
Pick
right,
what the fuck we need to talk about. Like,
you know what we
pick
need to
a
do?
Sandwich.
You know what we need to do? We need to take a day and just search all the different type of words for sandwiches. And just go through and just figure out what the fuck, why is it called where and where it originated this way. We can feed your curiosity and you can live.
And we can just
Because I know this is gonna kill you for the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
just-
it's not that serious, but I think it's
You know
over.
damn well it is.
Sit
Get the
on
fuck
ice.
out of here. Right after this show, he is gonna text us talking about, yo, I'm so pissed that hoagies exist. There's no reason for a hoagie. It should only be called a sandwich, and whatever type of meat you put on the sandwich should involve the name of the sandwich. And if you don't do it that way, then it's fucked up. It don't mean
Yo,
shit.
listen,
Fuck the niggas in New York.
listen.
Fuck the niggas down south in California, over in Chicago. Everybody. Fuck all of you. You call it
fuck
something
them
different.
all. I don't give a fuck. Listen, you don't understand. Like, why would somebody like a hoagie? Like, that sounds like an insult. Like, you're gonna
Look how
call it
mad
like,
this nigga is about this. Didn't we just tell you this shit?
Yeah, someone said, what is a gyro?
a gyro. Oh, that's a
gyro?
Hold on, wait. A
Oh,
gyro and
a
wait,
gyro.
what is the other? What is the other one? A calzone. There you go.
See, a calzone is
Gyros
like,
are specific.
Can
They're
you
not
understand a
really
calzone?
Specific foods.
it's
Say
like
it again?
it's stuffed.
Actually,
It's
no. I'll
stuffed.
take out calzone. I'll take out calzone. You know what? Well, that's a different
No.
thing. That's not a. That's
The
not. That's definitely
gyro.
not. I'll take that out.
Jeez.
But a
It's
gyro?
Like, it's like a half wrap, half sandwich, half hot dog. I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
but a gyro has to be specific, right? I don't
What
want,
even is
I
that
hate
meat?
when-
It's like
It
lamb.
depends.
You
So
get
it's
lox.
lamb or chicken or pita,
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. That's
pita.
right?
Yo,
But
gyros.
if you put anything else in a gyro and try to give that shit to me, I might smack you.
Yo, I don't know. I don't know.
Tzatziki sauce, bro.
Hold on.
Yo, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say if the gyro got the white sauce on it, if you can't put white sauce on it ain't a gyro, my nigga.
No pause.
I respect that. I
No,
respect that.
fuck that pause shit, nigga.
Put that white stuff on that. All right, pause.
Hold on. I respect
I
that.
didn't say the white stuff. I said the white sauce, my G.
I
Chill,
definitely
chill,
did get
yo,
pause.
yo,
I
yo,
definitely
yo,
did get
chill,
pause, but
chill. Now, is it me or was like pita invented like after high school? Because I've never heard about it. I never heard about it until like after high school. Not even gonna hold you. It's
We can
like it
Google
came
that.
out of nowhere because I've never heard of the shit before, bro. I don't know. I don't trust pita. What the fuck is it anyway? What is pita?
I have no idea.
See, y'all don't even know how
No,
are you
I
eating
just don't
something
know.
and you don't know what it is?
It's literally just flatbread, but the way they cook it is different. So
Bro,
Chat, what is
shit
pita?
you
I
probably
think
Chat, what is pita?
pitas get cooked like naan. No. I think pita. The difference is naan gets cooked like on the inside of a fire pit, and pita gets fried on the stove, like on a griddle.
Smart,
They
bro.
put it on a griddle.
I'd say, but like, all right, people for ethnic.
So
treatment
like
of animals.
you know what pita's like? Pita gets cooked like an English muffin. So you don't bake English muffins. You put them on a griddle.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way you cook it.
I've never. You know what? All right, I gotta try some pita.
Yo,
Let's
I'm a
say
food
pita's
dude, yo.
good?
It's crazy.
Pita is a Greek flatbread, and it's old as fuck.
See?
Facts. It's old as fuck.
Facts.
All right, cool. All right, chat. I respect it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, people for ethical treatment of animals. Not that pita. Not that pita. I don't know. That pita, I don't know if they've really been pretty ethical with their treatment of animals. I'll be hearing a lot of death around pita, but I'm not going to get into that today because I need more research on that. Said a hoagie is just the bread. A hoagie is the bread. It's a roll. Okay, thought so. Makes sense.
Mhm.
All right, thought so. What was the other thing I want to talk about?
Hold on,
Tips.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me throw this in, bro. Since we kind of like breezed over what I said, I gotta
Oh,
first off say,
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
happy. No. Don't worry about that topic. Happy
No.
early Juneteenth. And if you buy Juneteenth products, don't buy them shits from Walmart. Buy them from a black-owned business.
Yeah. Find a black-owned business if you want to support Juneteenth, for real.
But I gotta
What
also
was-
tell you, down here some wild shit happened, and I'll tell you this later before we end.
Oh, okay. I say make sure you write that down.
I got you.
You make sure you write that down. Okay. I'll say, do you want to go with yours or do you want to go with mine next? You want to save yours for the end or do you want to,
I felt like I wanted to change mine into something else, but we started talking about sandwiches and I got fucked up. Yeah, I guess
He still wants to talk about sandwiches.
Nah, bro. I'm good. We'll do yours.
All right. So, do we have any waiters in the chat? If you are, please say yes or no, because I definitely want your input on this aspect. So, definitely let me know. So it's about tips. All right, I had this argument a little while ago on Facebook with some woman. That sounds so rude. Why? Just some woman. It's just like she means nothing. Jesus. With this lady online, and we were talking about the tips that people are getting and minimum wage and all of that. And all I was saying was that you should give waiters a living wage.
Mhm.
And everyone, and like, she started spazzing on me. Not everyone, but this one lady started spazzing on me because she was like, no, 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 no. I would say people should fucking tip, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be tipped. All I'm saying is that I think people would be a little bit, I guess, more happier if you were able to get tipped on top of having a livable wage already. Am I wrong here?
Nah. Real talk, nah.
Oh, so y'all
Other
both
countries
agree with
have
that?
already got to that point.
Okay, so now, all right, so everybody, there's other people that didn't agree, and their main aspects was one, the paying of the restaurant, where you have to pay for the extra food and shit like that, and if people take too long at their tables, then you lose out money because that's not new seats and shit like that. That's not new tips. Blah blah blah. You having to split your tips with everybody else as well over the night, and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of shit, but if you were making a living wage and your tips paid for all that extra shit, what's the downfall here? Because I'm not saying that you don't tip waiters or anything like that. Obviously, you should definitely tip them. But what I'm saying is that you shouldn't have to fight your customers for tips. That's number one. And number two, you shouldn't automatically, how can I say, fuck over your customers if you are tipping. Oh, well, if they don't tip, I should say. Because I've read so many posts that were talking about, oh, I'll leave their food on a table to get extra cold or whatever. I would say, or like if their food hits the floor, it is what it is. I would say other people talking about they'll fucking spit in your food and all types of shit if they know that you're a regular and shit of that. And I'm like, yo. And then that was my main point, was the rest of the world doesn't tip. The rest of the world really does not tip. They give them a decent wage so niggas can live. And I'm not saying live luxurious either, right? I'm saying just being able to live. And one of the arguments that I got was waitressing shouldn't be a livable job. Shouldn't be a livable wage job. How do you feel about that?
That is the
Shouldn't
dumbest
be?
shit thing. It shouldn't be a job. If that's how you feel, it shouldn't be a job. Go get your own fucking food. If you feel like it shouldn't be a livable wage job, it's dumb as hell.
And it's not the aspect of and let's not. I say it's just, how can I say?
Let me ask you a question. Does
What's up?
strippers get hourly wage?
I don't know. I have no clue.
No,
I've
most of
never
them
been
are
to a strip
tip-
club, so I can
fully
tell
tip
you.
based.
That's what?
Most of it's fully tip based.
Yeah,
Tip
so
Strippers are kind of like
I'm
they're
not-
contract workers.
I'm
It's
not
different.
I'm not comparing strippers to waitresses. I'm not doing that, but I'm just like that was the only thing I had to compare it to.
Well,
would
no,
say-
they're contractors. It's a little different. It's kind of like your barber, right?
Right.
Your barber pays a wage. He pays the barbershop to be there. And then everything else he collects after that is his.
Oh,
So
okay,
that's-
okay. I
Yeah,
say,
it's a little
but
different.
like I said, how do you feel? Do you think that waitressing should be a livable paying job?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like anything that's a considered job, anything they take taxes from you should be a livable job.
I would say you are right. Many strippers do start out as waitresses. That is key point there. Now, that's real shit. But like I said, it's the fact that when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, if you're making a livable wage, well, actually, any job should be a livable wage. If any job that you are working 40 hours or more should automatically be a livable wage job. There's no reason for you to work 40 hours of your life and not be able to live, at least the basics. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we lost ourselves in a lot of ways when it comes down to paying people for work and shit like that. Because my other thing was McDonald workers. I mean, you said McDonald's workers. You said McDonald workers as well. Shouldn't be a livable wage job either. I'll say, but if you're working fucking 40, 50 hours at McDonald's, I think it should be. And the thing is, they started off as livable wage jobs when they came out in the first place. And the other argument that I had was the
Inflection.
influctuation, yeah, the inflection of money. Well, for when it comes to taxes and properties and housing and everything like that, that influx of inflation of money when it comes down to that, but not the inflation of money when it comes down to people's wages and their pay in just general. That's what created such a discrepancy. And I'm not saying that, and the argument was something that was either what's happening now, like this is the way the world is, and in between an opinion of how the world should be, which is actually fact. The way the wages should gone up way higher than they have compared to the
Inflation.
inflation to housing and just being able to live a regular life. I would say I think over 50 years, the minimum wage has gone up what, $5 or $6 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
high at all.
I would say, but there's homes that have gone up more than $400,000 or gone up more than $100,000 and so on and so, like that's nowhere near equal in the same rights, which gives everybody the mindset is like, oh, unless I go to college or unless I get this degree job and shit like that, I'm not gonna be able to live. And that's not how it should be. That's not
Facts.
how it should be at all. I say any job should be a livable wage. What does it say if you work 40 hours and it's not enough to live off? I completely agree. We wouldn't play a rigged card game, but we live in a society with a rigged monetary system. I say the reason that we have to
Mm-hmm.
play with the rigged monetary system is because there's nothing that we can do about that at this moment.
Mm.
It's either you play or you die. I would say we don't. I would say there's not enough collective thought process or groups of people to make the differences in certain things. I say we've been
I
able
mean,
to take more and more. I'm sorry, let me just finish this one last sentence and
yeah.
then I'll let y'all talk. I know I've been talking for a minute. Um, it's kind of like the AMC situation or like the GameStop situation. We found a way to be able to influx our power or in how can I say in
To flex your
uh
power. You're right.
yeah, yeah, to flex our power in the stock market or in the cryptocurrency fields, and saying the fact that we're able to do shit like that is amazing, and it makes people feel different now that they know that we have control over the people that had control over us in the first place, and the fact
Mm.
that people can get back at them makes a hell of a lot of a difference.
No,
Sorry, just had to say all of
nah, bro,
that.
you good?
Nah, you good, yo.
Don't
It's facts
apologize.
though.
It literally,
Thank you.
like, I don't think I could say it any better than that.
I was.
Um,
It's just that there's. It's just I don't know how that came out of the tip situation, but at the end of the day, if you work 40 hours or more, or yeah, 40 hours or more, that should automatically be a livable wage job. There's no reason
yeah.
For real.
why an apartment building or in a like a 2 bedroom apartment cost the rent costs more than what a mortgage would cost for a house
Mm-hmm.
with like 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, upstairs, downstairs, a basement, and an attic, and you're telling me that costs less than this apartment? That's fucking insane. It's just the aspect of actually getting there. Because when you rent
Yeah.
an apartment, you never rent to own, but when you have a house and you're doing a mortgage, you get to own that bitch eventually,
Mm-hmm.
and
Eventually,
then so
yeah.
on and so much. I would say, but that's me getting to totally different topics and shit like that. My bad. Apologies.
Nah, I mean that's just facts, bro. It's fact. It's an issue with it, especially because look at the areas where these jobs are offered, um, into what the price of living is. So if I'm in an area where most of the jobs don't pay you more than $13 an hour, not let me say 13, they don't pay you more than $10 an hour,
Right.
and I gotta work full time there, and then my rent is $1,200, right?
Hmm.
That's more than half your check.
You damn right.
You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
there's so much stuff that you're right. Like there's so much stuff that's taken out of it. People equate, oh, you're making $10 an hour, $12 an hour, but if you really do all the taxes and Medicaid or whatever, Social Security, all this money that's been taken out, you probably are working
Mhm.
like making $4 or $5 an hour.
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean,
That,
at $10 an hour, right? For if you work a 40-hour week, that's only $1,600. You're looking at, let's say you get the bare minimum taxes taken out, you're looking at $1,400 take home.
mm,
That's your whole goddamn rent right there.
True,
yep,
true. I got a
true.
question for y'all. I say this one comes from Hades. Hades say, do you really think that GME and AMC etc. has made much of a difference? Would y'all
I
like to
think it
go
showed
first?
them that we can have power,
Mm.
and it scared them a little bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. It's something that is going to be something new for the foreseeable future. There's going to be new stocks. There's going to be new things that people are going to try to do. And yeah, now it's like a game. You know, they don't. Nobody knows when the next big thing is going to be. So it's something very exciting to see because honestly, anybody can make a whole shit ton of money
Yeah, just
in
being
a
on it at the
short
right
span.
time.
And then yeah, it's the right person, right time. And so um it's definitely excited to watch something like that because it gives a person and it gives people more opportunities to make it in this world.
I
Mhm.
I
But it
think
also shows you how corrupt the rich are.
Oh, absolutely.
To like,
Absolutely.
fuck yeah.
I'll say this right: when the whole Robin Hood thing shut down, it was really an eye open. I don't know. I'm gonna call it an eye opener. It really shined light on how corrupt the system is
Mm.
Mm.
because it's kind of like, wow, we figured out how to beat y'all. All right, fuck it, shut it down, shut the whole studio down. We can't let these poor motherfuckers get this money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy because it's supposed to be an open market. If it's an
Right.
open market and then regular people can be part of the open market, which it is, and then we buy up all the shit when you sold it off, that's your fucking fault. That's the
Yeah.
risk. You playing a risky fucking game.
I
And we
say
just learned how to do it.
I would say yeah. I was saying that's what's fucking with them right now. I'd say it might not have created a big difference, but I think it created enough of a difference that they have to look at the bigger picture now. That they have to look at everybody in a different light because they're now it seems like, and I have to give some credit to this generation of people, that because we question so many different things, it's a little bit easier for groups of people to come together for a single thought and make
Hmm.
that happen. Because there's a lot of times that, and it's kind of weird because at the same time, everyone is scared to show themselves off. But when they find a group of people who have at least one common interest with them or a common goal or something of that nature, it seems like they can make a hell of a difference in that
We
situation.
saw a
So
lot of
they
places.
join that. I would say if you have people that, if you already feel outed or some type of way outed or an outcast or something like that, and then you come to an understanding that there's like thousands and thousands of people who have the same view of you as something like that, then like that's say like how do you get past that? I
Mm.
say there's just I say it's very difficult because when you find something that will grasp you with everybody else and it can give you that light of like, oh, there's other people that feel the same way and I can be inclusive, then like I mean it that's what's making everybody be able to group up and do these things because they're like, oh, bet I got a bunch of people behind me and there's a bunch of people that feel the way I feel. Yes, we can do this. We can take on these corporations and do all of this. I say it's the power of people. It's the power of a crowd. I would say we've spent so long trying to be different from the crowd that we forget that it's sometimes okay to be part of the crowd because we need sometimes you need numbers to actually make a difference. everybody's trying to make a difference by themselves, it's not always going to work.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I say collateral damage is the cost of war. You can't make a difference if you aren't willing to lose. Okay, Ree, I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, it's true. The only thing is that the enemy adapts. They have a lot of tools available to them that we don't. Say you're
That's very
completely
true.
correct.
That is
Completely
true.
correct. I would say
That's
there's
very
to
true.
say you've
But that's
never
what we
spoke
saw.
anything more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I would say, and I say honestly, the only thing they can do is continue to adapt. I would say the more that we adapt, they're gonna adapt, and it's just gonna be a back and forth. I say whether we
It's a
win or not.
never-ending cycle.
I say
Never-ending
whether,
cycle.
yeah, exactly. Whether we win or not, it's not gonna make a difference. I would
It's not
say,
actually winning though. I think we just get it's just like an advantage. Like not even an advantage. It's like we get we just even
right.
leveling the playing field. That's what we're doing.
Hold on. Is my I say is that loud enough for y'all now? I say I just want to make sure that my mic is loud. They're telling me that I'm a little low over there. So is that good for y'all? That's good. I'm louder now. I say I'm trying not to blow
Yeah,
off
louder.
people's eardrums and shit like that. You know, just
Oh,
trying to
you're
make
good.
sure.
You're good.
But yeah, like I said, they're gonna have to adapt. We're gonna have to adapt, and it's just gonna be a very, very long war. I would say the only thing is you have to be willing to fight that war. I would say there's only certain wars that I'm willing to fight. Like I said this before, because I said this a few weeks ago, where I said I think war is trash in general. But would I fight for my lord? You definitely right. But war in general amongst humans is the dumbest shit in the world. Like how can you not come to terms with the fact that we're all here together? That's number one. And number two, everybody needs something. Everybody needs something that's somewhere else in the world. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
That's facts.
I say, and it just doesn't make any sense that people are literally bombing people or fighting people or trying to hoard certain shit. And it's like, bruh, everybody needs something. What are we fighting for? Also,
Agreed.
it's not even us that's fighting. We're sending in soldiers who don't know anything about the situation at the end of the day, and it's a bunch of people who have no gripes with each other, have any issues with each other. I say we've heard about this constant time in war over and over again, where there's been battles where people on like holidays, the enemies and the enemies would chill with the allies and shit like that. Like they would literally relax and play a game of soccer or something like that. It's happened. It's insane the fact that people are willing to go and kill other people for what these two people can't come to an agreement for. And it's insane.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on war, bro. That's a whole thing that I still don't understand. Like, but I don't know. I don't even want to get into that one. We'll save that
I
for
mean,
another
there's
day.
always going to be people who are going to value their livelihoods over the common decency of the people, and that's kind of like my point. My factor with war is
Hold on, I'll be right
it's
back. Sorry.
yeah, you good, you good. I'm gonna finish this point. My factor with war comes into this play where it's like, listen, if most people aren't trying to value the common decency and like common living standards of most people, this is kind of what happens. You enrage people. After so long, people can't be docile. That's
Mm.
like a very big thing that people have to understand. At a certain point in time, you're gonna lose that docileness where it's kind of just like either you really broke people to the point where they giving up, or you hurt them so bad that it's kind of like, yo, no, we need to change and we need a revolution. And if you won't meet our demands, yo, somebody might have to die, baby. Just die every day. So
It's
it's kind of like that.
And it's so
honestly,
dumb.
I think we're fighting is like we're making they're having it's like chess. If you ever think of the game chess, of how the pawns are sacrificed early to eventually being able to try to take over the king. The soldiers are pawns. They are pawns for more powerful people, and I don't even like the word powerful. People who have more access to things, who want to fight for something that we might not all want to fight for, but they think they have our best intentions, in their mindset, and it sucks, man, because you're wasting some of these precious lives for what? Why do we always have to fight for something? Because the biggest thing is greed. Greed is humongous. I think greed plays a big factor in a lot of things. You
Fuck
know,
yeah.
and then like look, oil. We're fighting for oil. You're fighting for resources. You're fighting for land. You're fighting for ocean. This world is the thing is the funny thing about this world is we are trying to like other countries are trying to take more land and try to make it our own, but we don't own this shit. The earth is nothing. We don't own earth,
Right.
and so why are we fighting each other to try to get something that we don't even fully inhabit, just us? This is not like we call it our planet, but the planet has been here before us. That's not our. It was the dinosaurs before us. So like we are just we are at the earth's great God. We have the Earth's grace, because at any moment it could be like, all right, I'm gonna destroy the ozone layer, and you're all gonna suffocate and die in seconds, or I'm
Right.
just gonna be like, I'm gonna just lose my orbit and blow everybody up. Like, we, it, to think of how we've been in this same spot for thousands and thousands and millions of years, and nothing has happened. It's all that. And again, I'm going very farther than the answer, but I'm gonna get back to it right now. Honestly, I know I go on to some crazy shit, but when it call like I said, we don't own this shit. So why are we taking precious lives that so far, and if you're religious or you're not, we only get one, and we might need to get another form of it. We don't know. Like this, you have your religion, that's fine, but we get this precious time, 86,400 seconds in the whole day. And the
True.
fact that we're these soldiers who are not even, some are 18, 19, 20 years old, don't get to see the next day is fucking ridiculous for something that could be avoided if we all learned how to work together. But no, we're divided as fuck. We have countries and all this stuff, man. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
that's just me.
man.
I
The
would
biggest
say,
Maybe
flaw
that's
was
just me.
greed, yo.
I say
This person
people are.
said, "Is it normal for my hamster to hibernate for 14 months?"
Hold on. Let me read a few of these because they going hard over here. I say the chess analogy is good. Your opponent can stop you from moving. They can change the board. They can lie about what the board even looks like. So I'm not in favor of conscription. I say I think the people should be able to make the right choice whether or not they're going to fight. Say Karl von Clausewitz. I say war is the continuation of politics by other means. Mm, I
So
actually
yeah,
like that.
man. Climate change and pollution need to be acted on. Like, there's so many
Fuck
things that
yeah.
we have to work on, and the fact that we're still working on some of these issues that's been not it's not new. Climate change is not new. And we've
Mhm.
known that we're fucking up the earth. Like we're all gonna be sad. We're gonna all fucking feel it when the earth just decides to shit itself, because like we're there, like, or the thing is, the world is like a person. What does your body do when you're sick?
Mm.
This is a question for you. Well, no, seriously, what does your body do when you're sick?
Produces white blood cells so it can fight the infection. Depending on
Sure.
what you're
Okay,
having.
so
Depending on what
okay,
type of
so
sickness you have.
sure. So what are some of the side effects that you go through when you're sick?
Oh,
What's like
are we talking about a common cold here, or are we talking about
sure,
like
sure. Like
I
what
got food poisoning? What's cracking?
no, no. Okay, so what's like one common side effect? Like very common throughout like a lot of sicknesses.
Stuffy nose, mucus,
Okay,
sore throat,
sure, sure. Okay,
coughing.
so we'll just say fever. We'll go with
Okay.
fever. All right.
I didn't
Well,
say
what
fever,
does
but okay.
No, yeah, I was hoping it's like we're playing one of those guessing shows, and you just got all of them. Not I needed you to say fever, dog. What
You
the
said
fuck?
everything but what the fuck I
But
needed you to say.
what I wanted to say.
What
The
I
Respect.
thing
needed
is,
to say.
the world is gonna get to a point that we are the virus. And I'm not saying, I don't hate to say this, because we are literally killing the Earth. We are the virus. The Earth is gonna fight back, and
Yes, we are.
it's gonna become a fever. If that's raising the temperature super high, that we just I think we hit. I think in Arizona it hit the hottest it's ever been, or California it was like 125 degrees. Like we're
Yeah,
gonna get to a
yeah.
point.
Wasn't that like Tuscan? Some shit like that?
Yeah,
Tuscan, New
something like
Mexico?
that, and it was like 109. Like it's like the last time they did it was 1917 or some shit like that. That was like 100 years ago. It's like okay, so I'm telling you, man, if we don't stop now, we're gonna be in a world that it's not habitable
Hold
anymore.
on.
Basically, either the world is gonna be
Uh,
flooded, or the ozone layer gonna break, or we're gonna just lose something's bad's gonna happen. And I
hold on,
have
hold
that
on, hold
feeling.
on, hold on. Let me just give a speech to everybody.
Um, People, if you don't mind, stop fucking up the earth. Repeat, if you cannot hear me in the
Hello?
back, stop fucking up the earth. We need this to live. Like, you know, our lives.
Bro,
Thank you.
we can't hear you.
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Nah.
I know
Well,
you're
they were
talking. I
there.
just can't hear you. They will hear you.
Yeah, they could hear me, so that's fine. Anyway,
Oh.
regardless of the situation, it just people need to stop fucking up the earth, bro. Like I don't know why it seems like people can't come up with what the fuck is it? New means to things. It's like everyone got so used to doing things in certain ways. It's like we just can't figure out anything else.
I hate it when these old rich people just ignore it. Yeah, no, like I told you, money is
That's all
the
they
root of
do.
all evil. In New
That's
York, where I live, there is a big thing near Lincoln Center that says we have limited time and is counting down to when America will be flooded. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Listen,
wait, what's happening?
I guess in New York there's a big thing in Lincoln Center that says have limited time and is counting down to when America will be flooded.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Send in the motherfucking locust. Send in the red fire sea. Like honestly, like we have nobody to blame but ourselves. You know,
No shit.
honest.
Let's say who else are we gonna
So,
blame? The polar bears? What they've
but
been fucking getting too hot?
no, and the thing, and I think another thing is like
Nothing.
they were talking about one of the like in Antarctica or Alaska like an ice glacier, one of the biggest like they ever seen broke off, and it's
Oh
like
yeah.
the size of like Texas or some shit like that, or like
Hold the
or
fuck
New
up.
or like
What?
Connecticut. No, it's like it was like the largest glacier ever broken off from like
Last thing
Antarctica. So
the last thing I heard about something being the size of Texas, I was watching
uh,
Invincible.
I I was trying to think of something like I don't know. I'm not 100% if it's as large as Texas, but it was a huge, massive glacier that broke off.
Nigga, I would say, how does something the size of Texas break off? From what? From where? Antarctica?
Possibly, yeah, probably. Like
I say,
it's
because
just global warming, bro. Like it's
that's a
fucking
big ass
crazy.
fucking piece, my nigga. That's a big piece,
Also,
bro.
I know it's and that's scary, bro. Like these poor ass polar bears, they just chilling. They need a Coca-Cola. Jesus Christ. Also have a theory on how tech is gonna kill us. Let me type it out. Yeah, like tech. This world is very interesting to watch, but there's so many things. And that's why. Hold on, let me get my words. I'm excited to be alive every second I get because there's
Right.
so many in this things in this world that can kill me,
True.
that can
Very
kill
true.
us, bro. You can be the healthiest person in the whole world and die because we don't know what's going on in our bodies internally.
Well, yeah.
We think we're okay for 1 second, and boom, some shit hits us and we're dead. And honestly, that's why I tell people, 86,400 seconds in the whole day. Don't waste any of it. Don't be like depression, all that shit, bro. Not worth it. Because there's a lot of fucked up shit in the world that could just like I don't know. You could die
Who
from a random lightning bolt. Who knows?
I say, who the fuck thought killing elephants would help the plains regenerate? How does that even come to to thought process? What? As a easy solution to combat climate change, stop driving. Notice how the U.S. is gradually pulling out of the Middle East because electric cars are going to take over and no more need for oil.
I'm not gonna
I
lie. I'm gonna get a
I
fucking
agree with
Tesla.
that. I can't lie. I
Fuck
say
that.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. If everything want to turn to electric cars, as long as I can charge my car at home, I'm happy.
Bro, fucking
We're not
electric
gonna skip
bills.
over this real quick though. Hold on, wait, because he skipped over this. We're not
What?
gonna skip over the fact that someone came through and they said, "Hey, yo, smooth voice over there is fine as fuck." You know what I'm
Smooth
saying?
voice? Who the fuck said smooth voice is fine? I didn't
I'm
see
calling you
that.
smooth voice,
I
man.
saw
Nah, you
I
ain't see it. It was right
saw
over there. Say, King Kato is super fine.
I saw that. I was gonna address it. And then I was gonna address the are you high and high as fuck shit. And I'm like, yeah, I was gonna address it. My bad. I was trying not to jump off the conversation. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I don't personally think I'm attractive, but if anybody
Oh
else
my
thinks I'm
god.
attractive,
Here we
I thank you.
go.
I definitely think
This is what remember.
shut the fuck up. Let me finish my shit. But if y'all think I'm attractive, I appreciate you and I thank you for the compliments. They make me feel better. Thank you. Stop being
How's
assholes.
this is why the topic self worth it was very key, huh?
Self worth, my nigga. I don't fuck my self worth. Right. This is life. All right. I'm doing what I can, the way I can to make life better. Fuck my
Of
self
course.
worth.
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat, bro. I don't know how to take compliments. That's my biggest issue. I guess we're just
I
jumping into the
I
next topic,
I
but
can't hold you. I agree with you. It's hard to take I can take a compliment, but I'm at the end of the day, I'm like, that's how you feel.
yeah,
That's
that's
how
the thing.
you feel, my nigga.
Exactly,
But
exactly. And
like,
then you
that's
know
not how
what?
it is over here.
But the thing is, like, and I noticed we both do it because I do it too. I like when we get a compliment, we're like thank you, but we always point out the things that are wrong with us,
True.
or some, or
Hold on. Sorry, do you hear an echo?
nah, I
I hear
do.
that.
You hear echo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that y'all can hear my shit.
So
okay.
now do I sound like extra sexy,
You sound like a robot.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All right. Just want to make sure that worked. All right, my bad. Back to the topic at hand.
God damn it! I started forgetting. I forgot. But hold on, I'm gonna just go off for freestyle.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, for real, self worth, man. Like,
Love yourself.
so I remember. Yeah, I noticed that we both like. It's basically we somebody gives us a compliment and we're like we appreciate it. It might feel nice, but at the end of the day, we're gonna always point out the negatives.
You damn right.
Because we feel like we need a lot. There's more to work on. For me, personally, reasons why I struggle taking compliments because I feel like there's always something to work on. I don't ever want to feel complacent. I
Oh,
don't
this is
ever
what we're
want to
doing.
feel.
This is what we're doing. We're telling why we feel the way we feel. Oh God. All right. Who's next? I just want to make sure I gotta prepare.
No, not even that. It's just like I want to stay motivated. I don't want to feel like I or get like a big ego and have everybody be like, yo, um, Aries is like he's taking all these compliments going to his head. That's not what I want to do. I want to make sure that there's always something to improve on in my
Well, yeah.
mindset. I always want to stay motivated to do something. If I take all these compliments and I start getting lazy because everybody's like, "Oh, Avery, you're so great. Avery, you make great content. Yada yada yada." That means I'm just gonna be content with where I'm at. And if I want to be successful, I can't get to content. I can't be satisfied or where I'm at. I look around a room and I'm like, do I want more? Hell yeah. So I'm not gonna be. I'm not happy. Why would I be happy with what I got? Because I want more. I'm gonna fucking go get more. And when I get more, I'm gonna always want more. It's like I told. I think I told you, Cardo, a while ago, and I told Vaughn a while ago. Like this guy, this actor is like, where do you see yourself? Who's your superhero, or like who's your idol or like inspiration? He said myself in 10 years, and then he found that, and then the guy who asked him that question found him 10 years later. He's like, did you meet your role model? Did you meet your idol? He goes, no, because that person's 10 years ahead. And he's like, if I look, he's like, I can't get to my goal because I'm always going to be chasing something, and it makes me hungrier more than ever. And the same thing as me. I hit another accolade. Okay, what's the next thing I can do? What's the next upgrade I can do? and that's why I can never accept compliments. But I shit on myself a lot,
I
and I need to not know what my self worth is and just stop doing that because what I'm doing at the end of the day is I'm putting myself down when people are not doing that. People are doing. It's like people are giving me compliments to be like, "Hey, Avery, you're good at what you do," But I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. I suck." Like it's just not. You know what I mean?
I know I get that concept. I think it's different for different people because everyone takes compliments and shit differently. I would think that for me, I kind of have the same aspect of it. Like, well, like that's how you feel. Let's say this is how I feel, regardless of the fact. But I think for some people, it's easier for them to set light goals for them to reach something that's obtainable. So at least they feel like they're not failing because they haven't reached the goal yet. I think for some
Yeah.
people that continuous chase is too much, and I think that's where a lot of people get misconstrued at because a lot of the times where you hear a lot of the successful people or some of the successful people, the ones that actually talk about their grind, usually ones that talk about their grind are the ones that are like, okay, I needed to have a goal that I couldn't reach, that I couldn't accomplish. So at least that way I was always going after something. But there's also other people out there that's like, well, I had to set my goals a little bit closer because I was reaching for so high, I wasn't getting there as fast as I wanted, and that's what made me crash.
Hmm.
And I can understand both sides. It just depends on who you are and what you need to fulfill your sides, to fulfill the things that you need to do. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's just like, for me personally, I'd have to set smaller goals because if I set very large goals and I don't make them in a certain amount of time, I'm not going to be motivated to do it again.
Mm.
And I think that's one of the hard things for me is that failure is such a big thing in my life. Is like if I fail at something, I don't want it. I just automatically feel like a failure at that point for that thing. And sometimes I can bounce back and be like, all right, nah, I need to beat that or I need to get bigger or something like that. But then we're talking about smaller things. I would say overcoming big hurdles in life it's hard, but when you actually do accomplish it, it's a beautiful thing. But for some people, it's demoralizing and it eats at your ego.
Mm.
And I think the fact that we have people out there that's telling people that they have to keep going, keep going, keep going constantly, and they're telling no, that's the only way to do it. I think that's the issue is because everyone's getting burnt out. And I'm sorry to say, not everybody can be a boss. And I'm not trying to be that in a rude way. That's just how life is. Not everybody is made to be a boss.
Nah,
Not
fuck that. I'm gonna
everybody.
be a boss.
I'm not talking about you
Nah,
specifically,
nah, I know, I
but
know.
other people in general. Not everybody's made to be a boss in the sense of either having employees under them or time management for themselves. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I would say there's different levels of being a boss. You can be a boss where like you answer to nobody, but you have somebody over you to keep you on your ass. You feel what I'm saying? Well, to keep you
Yeah.
on your shit. And like that's where it comes from. It's just you need what's gonna work for you, and you have to be able to experiment and use smaller goals sometimes for you to see what's the easiest way for you to reach these goals. I just think sometimes going with a long term plan isn't always the best because sometimes you go with this plan and it might not work here and there, and you can't be flexible as you need to be for you to get to the next step as quick as you could. So
Yeah.
that's just the other half of that. I'm just saying, not saying that your side doesn't work. It's just for different people, different things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I
I
just
do
want
want
to
to. Okay.
I'm sorry. Say we hit an hour into the show. I say I want to thank everybody for the upvotes, for the downvotes, any of the negative comments, the positive comments, everything that you're doing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please go follow any of the social media that you would like to follow. Go follow CareFreeRree. Go follow Soavecito. On every single platform, they actually do let's plays with video games and shit like that. I want to start getting into that. But if you want to go follow any of them, please go follow them. They're amazing people. They're amazing content creators. Say we're just doing something that we're passionate about, and I enjoy that every one of you have come by to watch the show. I've been gone for so long. and to come back to a score like this and have so many people in here and everybody's conversating. I'm very happy and I appreciate each and every one of you. Um uh so going against self-worth again, I think I think both of you have a lot of self-worth.
I actually
At
disagree.
Well, I know. But I think y'all have come so far for where you've been and from where we have grown up and,
Hell
blossoming
yeah.
into what we've done in the time that we've had to be able to do it and all the shit that we've had to deal with over the years. And it's been a difficult ride, but we're still fighting that fight and going far. And the same with everybody else watching. Say you've been able to make it this far. You made it this far off of your decisions and choices and stuff. You may not be in the best area right now, but you're in a place where you're watching this.
Yeah.
And whether you're watching this as it's live or if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're just listening to the audio, if you hear me in your nice sweet ears, um, and say you're doing it. Say you're making life. You're making your life better in some type of way.
Can I just
And
chime in real quick? Oh, after
yeah,
you
go
go.
ahead. Go ahead. I would say that was
No, no.
just I just wanted to do that real quick. My bad. Go ahead.
I think so. When I say I disagree, basically I was saying there's something that I struggle with is and this is still with self worth is I want to help as many people as I can, so I
Yes.
sacrifice my happiness or my time and all this stuff to make others happy, and that makes me feel like as long as everybody's happy, I'll be happy, and I'm putting others in front of myself,
My man.
and it's hard to like it's something I know I do. It's like I'm a people pleaser, I never say no because I always want to help as many people as I can, but it's like I'm saying yes, 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 but I'm literally driving myself insane or I'm deteriorating. I spoke to me and Ron talked, and yeah, this is some things I realized, and I know this thing, but it's hard to change. All things that you've been doing almost all your life. And that's my biggest thing for me when I wanted to talk about self worth is understanding it's okay to be selfish. At sometimes just don't be uh don't go overboard. And I for me it's that's hard because I don't ever want to let anybody down. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I only want to make sure I can do as much positive things I can while I'm on this earth. I want to make impact on so many lives, but the most important life that I have is myself, and I struggle with that.
Mm.
So self worth is one of my biggest flaws
You sound like
that I
me, my
know.
boy.
I mean, this
Damn.
is I told you, bro. Like, this is why I disagree. This is the shit that I go through,
I
and maybe my words could like I don't know make you like see that you're not the only one that goes through this, bro. Like we're in this together. But honestly, it is the fact. Like I want to help I want to be there for everybody, and I'm slowly destroying myself, but I don't know how to do it any other way. This is how I know I can be happy because I can make other people happy, and that truly is my mission in this world. But when I make them upset, I try even harder, and it sometimes it doesn't work, and it just makes things worse, and it destroys me, and it really puts me in a dark place. And I just need to know. Listen, I can't please everybody. I can't fucking. Uh, I'm not a people pleaser. I can say no at times. I can think about myself from time to time,
right.
and it's gonna take time. Streaming has helped me realize that more and more.
I would say
But
I gotta completely agree with you. I would say me and you are exactly the same, bro. When it comes down to that,
yeah,
I
yeah,
would say it's so funny that we are more willing to make other people happy before we are willing to make ourselves happy. I think it come through in our jobs as well. Because I
Yeah.
noticed in my job that even though like I'm just a custodian and obviously doing this podcast and other things, it's all about the people and what I can do to make other people's lives easier, whether it's small or big. I would say in not focusing on myself a lot of the time, I will find myself in a depression or just fighting myself, just telling myself that I'm not this or I'm not that. And it's like, all right, hey, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Damn, thank you. I did not expect that. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Dylan, thanks. Um, thank you. Blessings, bro. Uh, I say, but like, I completely agree. Like, living life and having everybody else's cares in front of your own makes things a little bit difficult, but it's also what makes you happy at the same time. And I think it's a very difficult dynamic to live with because when you can't do things for people, it eats you alive. And you
It's
can't do
struggle
for things,
dynamic, bro.
yeah, because you can't do things for people unless you do things for yourself at the end of the day. And if the less that you do for yourself because you're trying to do things for other people, it literally keeps going back and forth. And
Oh,
it's a
I guess we
very
just don't know when enough is enough.
exactly. It's I've been told this all my life. I'm too nice of a person. I say I go places, I do
Same.
things. I'm too nice. I say, oh, excuse me, thank you. Yes, you can go first. Yes. Oh, come. Nah, go by. Nah, go. You first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. But like, it's just who I am. It's the nature of who I am, and I understand that I'm living in a world where not everybody else also thinks the same way that I think, and
Hmm.
the advantage that gets taken over you also weighs heavy because you're like, I wouldn't do that to you.
Hmm.
You're like, I wouldn't do that to anybody at the end of the day, and for it to happen to you automatically makes you feel some type of way because who wants to have to deal with all the extra nonsense of literally trying to make people happy and people not giving a fuck at all. It's always been difficult. It's always been something that I've always been trying to come to terms with or trying to change. And I can't I can't get over that. It hurts, but I can't stop myself from trying to help other people or trying to find a way to make people feel better or do things. And it comes at my own detriment. And at the end of the day, I don't care.
Hmm.
Like if I can't help people, I don't care. I feel like everybody has their own journey, their own reasonings for why they're here, and if I feel like I can help people and I can put smiles on people's faces and I can make people take the time out of their day to sit down, watch me because they feel like they're going to either learn something or they're going to feel good or this is a moment that they've been waiting for. How I
Hmm.
don't want to take that away. I also want to be able to give that more and give as much as I can. Spread that positivity and love. I don't want to be the next fucking toxic streamer that comes up and shit like that. Oh, he's doing toxic this or toxic that. That's why he's blowing up. I don't want to blow up for that. I want to
Hmm.
blow up for being a genuine good person. Like, oh nah, this man like he means what he says. He talks about the way he talks about people. He means everything. He's nice. He has his manners. He's trying to teach other people to have manners and be nice to everybody around so everybody can be happy. There's
Hmm.
no reason for people not to be happy at the end of the day if we as people can come to terms with the shit. I understand everybody has different opinions and feelings, but you got to realize you're not the only motherfucker on this planet.
Yeah. I just want to read this, and then I wanted to hear what Vaughn, if Vaughn had anything on this.
I would say, yeah, I want to hear
M-
Vaughn as well.
Max said, I think making people happy is good, but you can't just sacrifice yourself for it. Take a second and think. Just think if you can, you're good. If you can, you're good. Keep going. You gotta keep going. If not, stop. Wait a minute. Just take a second and just like for yourself. And I agree with that. You know, but Vaughn, what is your thoughts about this?
So my thoughts about this is literally coming from a perspective. I'm in a better light now when it comes to my self worth. I understand like as of now compared to back then, that I have to take a little bit more care of me before I can take care of anybody else. Because like I told Suave this earlier this week, but as people who like to give to other people, right? One thing you gotta understand is people are takers. A lot of people are takers, and if you're a giver, people will take and take and take from you until you have nothing left. Especially if you don't have cutoffs, because they
Mm.
don't understand it. All they see is someone that's willing to give. Like I've had it at points in time. I have really good friends who I've known for years who at this moment I don't talk to because as I got older, I realized they were just takers. It was always, hey, Vaughn, help me with this problem. Hey, I'm struggling this and this and that. But it's never, yo, Vaughn, how you doing? How are you feeling? It's never, yo, Vaughn, are you in a good mood before I tell you this bad shit about my life? It was never that. And it's like,
Mm.
as someone who just constantly takes on people's shit, you gotta understand that shit wears on you. There comes a
Yeah.
point where I'm so overwhelmed with other people's shit that like I'm having problem dealing with my own stuff. So now in my life, it's just I come to a point where I can realize that there are gonna be times where, yo, I might not be able to help you. Yo, I might not be able to pick up that phone call. Yo, I gotta look out for me first. If I'm in such a bad place, what energy do I have to give to you? You can't drive your car if it's already on empty. You know what I'm saying?
I say so.
So that's just
Someone asked,
Mhm.
is that what he is saying though, or is he saying that he is using up too much of himself for other people and losing control over his
Hello?
own life?
Oh.
Hello?
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you good.
good, bro? You alright?
Yeah, my computer started freaking out.
Oh, okay.
I
I
was
said,
something else, something wasn't running in the background, so I was like, no, I thought everything crashed.
Oh, okay, okay. Someone says, is it? Is that what he is saying though, or is he saying that he's using too much of himself for other people and losing control over his own life?
Is this a question for me, or
I'm guessing it's for both of you.
Uh,
can you repeat the question?
Do you feel like you're using too much of your time for other people and losing control over your life because of that?
Yes, yes,
Mm,
yeah.
I
okay.
was.
And you say you were?
I was.
I'm much better. Like I still do it. I used to be used to be worse. Like
Okay,
to a
so let me
point
ask a
where
question. Let me ask a question to Ree
sure.
real quick. I say why. I say what made you? What happened that made you change? What was the end all be all that made you decide that I can't continuously give myself to everybody?
Um, I think what may happen was, I think you know what it is, and I can tell you exactly what it was. When I was down on my shit, when I was down and out to the point where I needed a person there to be fair for me, I didn't
Right.
have anybody.
Mm,
And I think at that point it was like a realization of, yo, a lot of these people, they don't really care how you're doing. It's just that they can get something from you. There's something that you offer that's beneficial to them. And it was really a point where it's like, yo, I was really down and out and shit like that. And I really needed a fucking friend. And even recently, like I had a little situation like that with somebody who I would go out of my fucking way, who I have gone out of my way, you know what I'm saying, to help and be there for. And I had a situation and I really need this person to be here for me, and they weren't. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? Um, so it's like there comes a point in time where, yo, I'll just look out for me in an aspect. It's not like I'm completely devoid of feeling for looking out for other people, but there's a worth in me where I'm like, yo, I have to be good first. And until I'm good, listen, man, I care. I hope all shit goes right with you. I don't wish nothing bad on you.
right.
When I'm back to 100%, yo, we can talk. We can have that conversation. We can figure out how to proceed with you. But right now, I'm at like 40 fucking 5 and I can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I say, and Suave, what about you? When was the moment that you realized that you couldn't give your all as much as you give your all as much as you used to?
When I had my breakdown, when I had my mental breakdown where I was at a point where I couldn't get up and I couldn't get out of bed, and the more I tried to get up, the more I sunk into a deeper depression. The pandemic really hit me because I was crying for help. I was crying in the bed for like an hour and multiple hours, and nobody came. Like something similar to Ron, nobody came. Like I didn't really know what to do like at this moment because I'm so used to being out with people and all this stuff and doing things, and I don't like to stay in one spot, and I felt like I was trapped in my own house, and that really hurt me. And so I was like, after my like eventually my wife my parents and everybody came to help me, I was like, I don't want to have people, I don't want to really depend on people when I can't depend on my own self.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, let me take a step back. Let me go to the root of the problems. And yeah, I had a lot of trials and tribulations to understand like, oh my God, Avery, I actually really need help dealing with some of the shit like this. I was like, I gotta do one thing. Yeah, my self worth, it might not be the highest right. It's been super low, and to where it is now, I'm proud of myself, which is a compliment towards my self worth. But like I see where I'm at, and I need know where I need